I never thought I'd make one of these, but I guess I have to. This video is used for educational purposes only. YouTube is not affiliated or sponsoring this video at all. The information in this video can be used for educational purposes and or personal purposes. I'm not sure. Not really sure what the disclaimer should be, but guys, you guys should know. I'm not telling you guys to do drugs. I'm not telling you guys out there to go pop pills. I'm not telling you guys to do anything. But what I am telling you guys to do is do your research on everything. Always put yourself in the shoes of the other person. As much as it sucks, ask yourself the other question. What if this is bad? If you guys didn't watch part 1, I think you guys should click on here somewhere. But you guys can click on that part if you guys want to watch part 1, which explains how I got to this point, or how I got to this part of the story. It's simply because right now YouTube is at a cross point. Right now on YouTube that are educational drug channels are being attacked and being basically targeted for deletion, and that's what this video is about. Because I'm trying to defend them and trying to help them stay on YouTube. Most of these channels that I'm talking about don't even show any type of drug use in their channels, but they actually just try to teach you or try to let you know their experiences and things that happen and things that could, you know, the positives and negatives of it. And a lot of them also provide facts and research behind it. And I think it's very important that these channels stay on YouTube, because a lot of the people on YouTube that watch YouTube a lot of the fan base on YouTube is children. And if children start learning how to do drugs from the wrong people, before we get our brooms and pickaxes and start going attacking YouTube, I don't want to blame YouTube necessarily for this. YouTube set up a computer that started flagging videos that are drug related, and it got to the point where all their videos got flagged, and now they're being targeted for deletion, and they can't even fight it because it's done by a computer. So if there's a way to help, if you guys can share this video, that'd be great. Like I was saying in the story, I was just broken. There was nothing that I could. So at this point, I'm really broken just simply for the fact that I have a girlfriend, and the job that I was at was not the job that I wanted to be at. So things got crazy and things got stressful for me. Luckily, work kept me busy, and they kind of kept me a little bit occupied. However, I still couldn't break through. There were moments where I just couldn't sleep. This was definitely a time that I lost a lot of weight, and I want to say that I was still eating. It was just the stress was causing me to burn the calories much faster. I was really going through something, and a lot of people tried helping me out, but nothing really helped. The one thing that was there was YouTube. YouTube has always been there. The thing about YouTube is you're in control. You know, if you want to watch, there's to some degree that you're not in control, where they start giving you, videos to kind of suggest, but I think initially it is where you're in control, where you can pretty much just look up any channel. You can pretty much look up any subject on YouTube and just find millions of people talking about it, if not, research on it. And that's what I would do. How to get over an ex and how to get over things like this. And one of the things that I came across was shrooms. Some people use it as a form of therapy. Shrooms is a magical mushroom that you can potentially just ask a question, and it's gonna answer the question for you. So I was always scared to do it, simply because when I heard this, I heard it from somebody, and I didn't necessarily trust this person, not trust this person. But I just it always feels a little bit better to have reassurance. So what did I do? I go on YouTube, and I actually find a lot of people that took shrooms, and they ended up talking about their experiences, and they had pros and cons. I had looked up channels like Psychedelic Substance. There's channels out there like CG Kid. CG Kid definitely teaches all the other available drugs that there is, and you probably think that there's just the basic drug, heroin, crack, you got your LSD pills and your acid, but it's not even just that. It goes deeper than that, and you wouldn't know if it wasn't for these educational channels. There are some channels on YouTube, don't get me wrong, there are some channels on YouTube. I'm pretty sure I can upload a porno to YouTube and it's going to stay up there for a little bit, simply because it takes a while for somebody to see it and take it down. But the computer that's doing this, and at the rate it's doing it, it's basically targeting a lot of individuals who are using YouTube as a platform to make a living. But back to the story. looking for a solution that was more medical. And so at that point, that's when I decided to try shrooms. So I was able to get my hands on some shrooms. Me and my buddy went down to Venice Beach. Now, taking shrooms for the first time was a trip, I think. If it wasn't for YouTube, I wouldn't have known to ask a question. I had asked myself a question. I asked myself, why did I love this girl? And so on the shrooms, I had somehow solved the situation. I had thought back to the first time that we had tried to work it out, and it just made me realize that it just wasn't a healthy relationship. Sometimes two things don't work out, you know? Sometimes it didn't work out for that reason, and I'm really glad that I took the shrooms, because if I didn't take the shrooms, I'm almost positive I wouldn't be here. And if it wasn't for YouTube, I probably wouldn't have had the guts to take it. So I just hope that a lot of these drug-related educational channels stay up, simply because they do teach you a lot. I'd hate for them to go away. And be real. In today's world, you can't really suppress anything. Right.